don't know the power of a reaction.
There's been an awakening. Have you felt it?
Really? Really? Well, let's find out what this is all about. This is almost like redemption for him if this is going the way I'm thinking it's going to go. It says here that new rumors have hit the net offering that George Lucas has been called to save Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker following test screenings that are claimed to have been a complete disaster. The Star Wars rumors from the same YouTuber responsible for that rumor offering Disney is losing confidence in Brie Larson and Captain Marvel. Note, possible big spoilers to follow, so bear that in mind. I'm willing to deal with the spoilers right now because I don't have the heart to really want to go to see the movie, but I'm going to go see it anyway because I got to see how it ends. But I'm willing to deal with this. So if you don't want to see spoilers, you know what to do. Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker rumors. It's claimed that 3 cuts of Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker exist. A Kathleen Kennedy J.J. Abrams version that absolutely tanked with the test screening audiences. A second one featuring mandates from Disney CEO Bob Iger, with the third from George Lucas. It's said that Star Wars test screenings were made up with a quarter of hardcore fans, a quarter who said they are simply fans, and a quarter who are aware of Star Wars but don't buy merchandise or consider themselves big fans, and a quarter of people who are just as likely to see the movie as any general audience. Kennedy Abrams version. Regarding the Kennedy Abrams version, it said the first act is said to be a pretty good and scored 65 at the test screenings. However, it is a downhill ride from there. The second act scored a 12 and is said to be really, really bad. The third act scored only a 4, with only the general audience people giving it points. Whoa. The aggregate score for the Kathleen Kennedy J.J. Abrams cut is said to be a 29, which is just awful. A huge problem the test screening had was when Rey, basically in OP fashion, destroys the Emperor, which caused them to burst out into laughter. I cannot believe they had her do that. Iger sat in on one of the last test screenings and is said to be pissed. Rey doesn't win as much as literally stomps a mud hole in the Emperor's ass. Rey stomped a mud hole in the Emperor's ass and won't get dry, and that's the bottom line, 'cause Stone Cold said so. The YouTuber says, when this happens, all the screeners burst into laughter. Iger is said to have flipped his lid and immediately ordered a redo. The Iger version. Disney CEO Bob Iger is said to have ordered a rework of the latter half of the first act and some of the second act. It's claimed that Iger also ordered in Anakin and Luke in the flesh. Iger test screening for Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker is said to have fared better than 65. The George Lucas version. With the Kennedy Abrams version and the Iger version scoring not as high as hoped, George Lucas, who is said to have worked on some early writing on the flick, offers help and incorporates both the Kennedy and Abrams version and the Iger version. But during the third act, George introduces a secret Skywalker. Whoa! I didn't expect that! The Lucas version is said to have scored an 88. There you go. There you go, George. There you go, man. I never liked the fact that the fans bullied you out of doing these movies, man. I never liked that because I liked the prequels. I enjoyed the first one, even though Jar Jar drove me nuts. I enjoyed the first one. The second one I was okay with until Yoda saved it at the end. And then I liked the last one. I did. And that's the best lightsaber fight I've ever seen. I really did. Although I was depressed when I was like, God, it was a sad movie. God. But, you know, what do you expect? We knew it was going to happen. But anyway, while some rumors have claimed that the Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker underwent a massive redo, the YouTuber claims it's about 25% of the 3 different versions that have been redone. The YouTuber offers 3 possibilities that may happen. Kennedy gets fired, Iger picks up the Lucas version, Kennedy quits, which is unlikely, and Iger picks up the Lucas version. The release date's pushed back to further fix things, which is least likely. It's further claimed that Disney reportedly spent an additional $300 million after the meltdown, and that the firing of the Game of Thrones creators was a shot in the direction at Kennedy. Rian Johnson is also rumored to have been let go. Secret Skywalker. This is nuts. I have no idea who this could be. This has to be someone we haven't seen, right? Regarding the identity of the secret Skywalker that is unknown, it could be an existing character. Okay, I said that's the only thing we haven't seen. The YouTuber laughed at the notion that it's Rose. I was gonna make a joke about that. My thought, who knows? Maybe it's a new character, a character that will go on to star in the new movies, as reportedly. Rian Johnson was going to basically reboot the franchise with new stories and characters, but Disney is said to be no longer in favor of that approach, as they don't want to further tick off the hardcore audience and continue to stray away from the concepts. So what do y'all think about this? This is crazy if this is absolutely true, that Lucas, who was bullied out, was called in to save it. And you know, I've never mentioned this, but I've always thought to myself, like, yo, if they end up totally destroying this, people are going to beg for Lucas back. Beg. George Lucas, you're the man. I still love you. Never stop loving you, man. Post comments down below. Let me know what you all thought. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, subscribe, and share. 10 million subscribers. Woo!
You may now subscribe.